This your boy G, your brother, your friend. Another episode of Cut Different. I'm not alone. I got Mr. Tirique Critiques. Is that how you say it? Tirique's Critiques. Is it an S on that? Tirique's?
Yes, it's an apostrophe.
Apostrophe S. You know, I didn't finish school. I dropped out in 5th grade.
One could say, unfortunately, I finished school, but no, it was a really decent accomplishment. I'm here with my man's Gerald. Just we got a couple things to talk about. I think it's...
What are we talking about?
We are talking about the legendary subject of friendship. And can a man and woman be friends is the question of the day.
So first, what we need to do is define what friendship is.
Okay.
And everybody has their own definition. So I'll go with your definition and then my definition, and then we'll go with what Webster said.
Okay, so, my definition of a friend is someone that you don't have feelings for, and especially if it's obviously of the opposite sex or same sex nowadays, but we'll leave that to them. To me, the definition of a friend is someone that you do not have feelings for and you have not crossed certain lines and barriers. And that is the definition of a friend. Someone that's going to be there for you through tough times, call you out respectfully, and you can do the same for them.
So they like the Tirique police.
Police is a very strong word on that one, but I think we need people to help keep us together,
grounded and focused.
If it's not family, you know, everybody's got that one cousin they can always go to, or auntie or uncle or whatever. But sometimes you need a friend that's not blood.
Right. And you said something about feelings, like you don't have feelings for your friends.
Right.
Or
so
you need feelings?
By feelings, I mean if I have a female friend, I can look at her with, I can think she's cute, but I can look at her with no attraction. I can find her attractive, but no attraction of wanting to cross a specific line that really taints the friendship. Right.
And so for me, friendship it's almost like a kinship. You know what I mean? This my homie, this my ace, this my, you know what I mean? This is my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have a sort of we have a relationship where we know each other, that we look out for each other. You know what I mean? Friendship is something. First, I want to debunk the whole, can you go out and make friends? This is something I have to say to my children. You can't make a friend. You become friends.
That's true.
But you don't make friends, not in my opinion. With friendship, I take it very serious because everyone's not your friend. Some are just people that you know, that you speak to. You know what I mean?
Sometimes on a daily basis.
Yeah, because if I work with you,
yeah.
If I see you at church, work, or any, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any of that stuff, if I see you, I'm going to acknowledge you, you know what I mean? Respectfully.
Right.
You're there, I'm there. What's up, man? How you day?
Engage in conversation.
Right.
Depending on the person, you might talk about an issue, have a laugh. And I think sometimes with those people, it depends on the person, but with those people, you find yourself sharing, anybody you find yourself sharing a piece of your life with that's a little personal, I'm not saying you forced them to friend status or they forced you, but like, if it's a mutual thing, it might elevate to an actual friendship with work, with church, anything that goes past the grounds of where you are. Y'all collect numbers.
Yeah.
We might be carrying a bit more of an associateship. It's different from a follow on Instagram or Facebook. That's cute.
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
not actually friends. I don't know half the people on my Facebook. I don't know a third, to be honest.
It's like, when you post a picture on Instagram and people like it, right? They press the heart button.
So is social media friendship?
That's another good question. Is social media friendship? I think social media is
an acquaintance to me.
Yeah, it's like a fake confirmation. Like, let me add you so I make you think, yeah, we're friends. Because, like, on Facebook, that's the main thing. Instagram, You follow, and that's okay. Let's get into this. It just popped into my head.
Yeah, you going, ain't you?
Yeah. Instagram, there's no becoming friends on Instagram. It says follow. You can follow somebody you don't like. You can follow your ex. You can follow, just follow. That's literally like a dog follows his owner. I'm following you because I want to see what you're up to. That's not friendship. Facebook started this thing, and I won't get into it, but if you ever seen the movie The Social Network, you get to know how Facebook got here. Facebook got here because a man had his heart broken, decided to create some algorithm, screwed over some folks, and made a whole thing for college. It extended to adults, and now we have it. So
originally it was created to establish relationships, but social is the main focus of it.
Exactly. So
just to be social.
And yeah, you're right. How it first started was because if I'm in class and I see a girl that's cute, I want to holler at her. I'm going to check my Facebook because I go to Harvard or whatever, some prestigious school, to say, hey, who's this bad chick in my math class? Let's see if we can have a little study session. It mainly started for hooking up, but then it turned into something global, something professional, something monetary, where we had the youngest millionaire ever, a 25-year-old heartbroken dude named Mark Zuckerberg.
He's the youngest millionaire?
That I know of, he's the youngest millionaire.
Oh.
That happened like probably 2003, 2004, 2005, something like that.
So friendship is a relationship.
Friendship
an established
is
relationship with either or, man or female.
Yes.
That is strictly platonic.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When it comes to females or with your boys, it's we celebrate each other and we ride for each other. We go through stuff together. You've seen me at my lowest and my highest. You know what I mean?
It's true friendship. I've covered your bar tab when you didn't tell me you didn't have any money. I've also covered your bar tab when you told me you didn't have no money. Like,
I got some cousins that's friends then.
You got some cousins.
Cuz you got me. I got them cuz you got me.
Yeah, that moment when you about to pay and they look at you like, "Hey, man, you had no conversation before." Yeah. But a real friend covers the tab. They might shoot you a little bit, be like, "Hey, man, come on, man." But it's
not taking advantage of each other.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But you have the advantage of each other.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And a real friend, they won't ask for it back, but I think the other friend knows to give it back eventually. It may not be tomorrow, it may not be next paycheck, but eventually.
If necessary.
Eventually.
That's a relationship that even in marriage, not even a splinter should be able to come between y'all.
Right.
So that's dope.
Yeah.
So, the actual definition of friendship.
So the actual definition of friendship, according to this Webster Dictionary app, is a noun. It has a couple different definitions, so I'll give you about 3 of them. One attached to another by affection or esteem.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is one that is not hostile. Another one says a favored companion.
Right.
So I had to ask, and I was asking you, Joe, what does affection mean? Because I said it sounded intimate, right? But affection could also be not intimate. It could truly be platonic. Am I right? Or that's what you said?
That's what I think.
That's what you think. Okay.
Yeah, with that. Ask that question again.
So my question is, it like kind of like with the word affection. When I hear affection, I think of like sunrises and sunsets and all that. Something sounds intimate with someone.
Well, that's not necessarily. Yeah, that's not necessarily intimate when you have an affection for somebody. You can have affection for your friends.
Right. Okay.
That just means I care about you.
Right.
I care whether you eat, whether you got enough money to pay your bills. Are you all right? You straight? You know what I mean? That's an affection. I care about your well-being.
And that's innocent, and that affection can be towards a friend, or it could be towards more than a friend, because that, when you cross that, I look at more than
it's expressive.
Okay, expressive, cool.
Yeah, so, with my boys, we ain't kissing.
Of course not.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely not.
Bop, bop, dap it up, hug, do that half hug that men do. If you go on full hug with a dude, he better be your son or somebody you really care about. You don't need to be around here full hugging nobody that got the same equipment you got. But
that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. You feel something? It's not the phone in the pocket. That's a little off. That's a little weird. Wait a minute. Backtrack. Yeah. But
you about to get slapped, dude.
Yeah.
So with that, can a man and woman be strictly platonic friends?
I'm gonna start off with a little story to help mold the scene of getting into answering that question. And truth be told,
let's hear this travesty.
Yeah, it's another travesty. Tirique's critiques, this will turn into Tirique's life. So I have a friend that I've been cool with, a female friend that I've been cool with for a little while. And recently our friendship has hit another kind of blunder.
How did y'all, when I'm going to be asking you questions in between this.
Yeah, and I'll answer them.
So when y'all first started out as an acquaintance, when you first met her,
right?
Did you approach her with the idea of being friends only?
Yes, because she had a boyfriend at the time. We were just cool. We had the same social circle, and that's another thing. When you have the same social circle, you're friends with someone who's friends with someone who lives with someone, that kind of thing. So it was kind of like, if I'm always over here, I'm always being invited to something, I might as well be cool with the chick. I might as well just be cool. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm always going to be around. It's one of those things.
Okay. So from that, y'all blossom into this beautiful platonic friendship.
It was beautiful and platonic until a little conversation we had last year in November. It's kind of funny with this person. November is really on our forte. Last November, we had a conversation at dinner. She hits me with, okay, my friends see that we always hang out. And at this point, now she's single. She's not with her mans no more. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's her life. We go out to eat all the time. We hang out all the time. We like the same music, yada, yada, yada. So her friends are in her ear like, yo, why don't you try to see what's up with this dude? She hits me with that. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. How do you feel? I'm asking her, like, don't talk to me about what your friends want you to think. Talk to me about how you think.
So at that point, were you interested in her also?
I got interested.
You got interested.
I got interested. I was like, okay, I'm single. I'm not doing nothing. I won't even say I'm bored. I'll say it's cold. It's cold outside. It's November. Come on.
So your response was, what do you think?
Yes.
That's interesting.
It is.
Because you had the opportunity right there to say what you had to say, but you bounced it off.
I did bounce it off because it kind of, when I say it shocked me, it was one of those like, oh, I didn't do good under the pressure. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. No, you didn't. But I'm not gonna address my opinions about it.
That's fine.
Because to me, you probably should have said what you had to say right then and there.
That's fine. That's fair.
Like I've been, peeping you.
Yeah.
That this gonna be something. I find you attractive. I like spending time with you. Let's try it. I would have ended that night with a kiss.
So, and at that time, of course, I wasn't thinking it. Oof. I always have a bunch of stuff swimming in my head, and sometimes I might miss my shot. Sometimes I might take my shot and I might hit it. But with that situation in particular, we were so good of friends. I bounced it off because I was like, okay, before I say how I feel, get shut down, because I personally don't take rejection well. I'm just going to be honest. I'm one of many men that doesn't, and sometimes it's come to bite me in the ass.
Yeah,
but
most of us don't. Michael Jordan had a quote that's been floating around. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I have heard that before, and I agree with it, but functioning-wise, I don't function with it yet. I have to personally do that. That's a whole nother self-discovery thing.
So, moving past that, so y'all tried it.
We tried to pursue something. Mm-hmm. And two things happened. and I'll explain it quickly. But 2 things happened that helped me understand that she wasn't really. In my head, she was full of it.
She wasn't as into you
as she thought she was.
Right.
So one night, I'm house sitting. I say, hey, how about you come over and spend the night? See what's going on. In my head, I'm trying to see if there's vibes. We gonna cuddle. We gonna kiss. Like,
y'all gonna hunch.
Yeah, like what's the mood kind of going? You say you interested.
Yes, I said hunch.
Hunch. Okay, that's fair. No, that's fair. If you say you're interested, put your money where your mouth is. Because in my mind, any woman that says I'm interested in you will pursue and put effort. That's one word, effort.
Yeah.
So I invite her over. She comes over. We understand that she spent the night. She brings her overnight bag, right? And then we had invited other friends over for a little movie night.
You invited other people over when you was trying to figure out what was going on. Who invited these people?
We both did. It was a weird kind of thing. Like, hey, let's have a movie night. Invite some folks.
So you like the friend zone?
I don't. But so the friends came over. They left. She hits me with her dog. Her dog's in the cage, and you know he needs to be let out.
Right.
It's 1 a.m, and I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm like, he'll be all right. And I kind of say it. I'm like, your dog gonna be all right.
This is right after the friends left?
This is after the friends left.
How long before she said that after the friends left?
She left maybe 5 to 10 minutes afterwards, blaming it on her dog not being let out. And I'm like, I know you let that dog out before you came over. Like, you knew you were spending the night. Your dog gonna be cool, but whatever. So that was strike 1. In my head, I'm like, you know what?
Well, whose strike was that? Yours or hers?
To me, it was hers.
But it was your place at the time.
Right.
It was your place.
Right.
And you allowed extra company, which would have, for me, if you invite me over and you want to hang out with me and you want to see if we got something, why are you inviting other people?
I wasn't strong enough to even question that. It was kind of like, let's invite people over. Okay, cool. Let's get a couple folks. Order pizza, have a movie night, this, that, and the third.
Yep.
So maybe that was my fumble, but because I'm petty, she fumbled too. She went home, took care of the dog. Okay, cool. In my head, she did not come back.
Oh.
So in my head, I'm like, okay, you might be full of it. You may not be as interested as you think you are.
In your head.
In my head.
Because you struck out twice. you fumbled twice.
In the same night?
No, you fumbled at the dinner. When
you
bounced the question back to her when she was already putting it on the table.
Right.
She was initiating the conversation that she wanted to have with you.
Right.
But you threw it back at her.
Right. See, that might have been an issue. I put the power in her hands. I didn't really take initiative. I wouldn't say aggressive enough, but I wasn't as assertive, or I don't know which one's worse, but whatever's better, I'm going for that one.
Any assertion in that night.
That's fair.
Women love men. I can't speak for all women, but I can definitely say that you saying what you want and what you feel gets you a lot further than what do you think. You know?
It's kind of like the idea of, if a woman doesn't know where to eat and the man does, and most with men, you either going to say we going here, or at least in your head have some choices. Because
I'm not going through all that. Hey, if I ask you, you say you hungry, and I'm like, what you want? You say I don't know. I'm pulling in somewhere that has a vast menu, and you need to pick something from there.
You see how complicated it is just for eating? Like, we have to go find a menu that's vast enough for you to find, for women to even, you know what, I'm going to eat here. Like,
well, I mean, is it? Because most American restaurants got burgers, chicken, seafood, and the sides that you like. You'll find one side that you like. If you pull into a restaurant after somebody say they don't know what they want, and they tell you they don't want that, they're just being different.
Yeah, and it's funny because the old trick in the book, always, when in doubt, do Mexican, but, that's all no story.
But they got tacos on the menu, too.
They do.
So, you can find something to eat. I'm the type of guy, and I've been through that enough, and I've had enough debates or arguments about you not choosing what you want to eat since you notified me that you want to eat something. I'm not finna spend 30 minutes to an hour talking about you choose or I choose. I'm gonna just choose. And that's another level of assertion that you can use when you're in those situations. Instead of saying, hey, you know what I mean? Applebee's got everything. You know what I mean? You know, Longhorn's got everything.
Longhorns does have everything.
You know what I mean? That's enough for us to each get something that we like. If you're just hungry,
yeah,
you're going to find something on that menu.
It's different from saying I'm hungry than we plan a date together, because I'm hungry is a spur of the moment. We both got time. Let's get something to eat. A date might require a little more search. You're probably going to drive farther than 15 minutes from where you live. It just depends. But anyway, that's off subject.
Yeah, well, a date is a date.
A date is a date.
But if we riding and, you know, that whole thing was a little off subject. But, you know, just to give my 2 cents on that, man, that's not a long conversation. Not for me.
Yeah.
Not for me. I'm not going through that. You don't know, I'm pulling in somewhere, you better figure it out. That's how I feel.
That's fair. So let's go to strike 3. When I really struck out.
Sure.
3 strikes. And not Andre at this point, but 3 strikes. So
you light my cigar to that. 3 strikes.
We decided to go to this little this DJ's playing at a place in Atlanta that we both like. We go, people that we know are there. Cool. I put my hand around her waist, testing the waters. She gets mad. There's people passing by. She gets angry. Now, get this.
You just took her off the market, but you didn't take her off the market.
Right. We've been to so many music things, so many concerts.
As friends.
As friends. Right. As friends. Whereas we're close, people bump up against us. It is what it is. We know the game. This particular night, she's getting to know the people passing her by. I put my hand around her waist, so God forbid the person moves across my arm and not her ass, right? Mm-hmm. She gets mad and says trigger words to me. She says the words, "You're making me uncomfortable. I don't know what you want. Why are your hands all over me?"
At that point, she should have been uncomfortable and confused on what you want. Because you didn't insert yourself in any of the opportunities that was given to you. You know what I mean?
That's fair. And I was under the influence that she still had those feelings because we had never had the conversation of, or it had never really fallen apart.
How long is this timeline from November?
This was all in 1 month.
All in 1 month?
All in 1 month.
So you was dragging ass.
You could say that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. She was picking up on the fact that you were not pushing the invitation that she gave to you at all. You was being, like, very, very comfortable. You know what I mean? And scared. Like to me, it sounds like with what you were doing, every time you went out with her, you tried to surround y'all. After she told you, it seemed like you had somebody else around every time. Y'all never spent any intimate times together, just y'all two.
Right.
You never invited her over to watch a movie, just y'all two. You never took her to dinner where it's just y'all two. And the last strike was actually at a club when you were trying to spend time with her. You was trying to share those moments with everybody else because what? You didn't want to be isolated with her?
As I said, I don't take rejection well, so I'd rather have something else to fall back. I'd rather have an extra ride home, essentially, because if things go sour, I'm not going to be in the car with you from Atlanta to wherever we're going. I'm not. That's an awkward car ride home. And unfortunately, that night I messed up. That was an awkward car ride home. So, you know, at that point, I understood not only did I miss my chance, she fully wasn't interested and she showed it. So This is still
These were all different weeks.
These were all different weeks. Mm-hmm. At this point, we didn't talk for a little while. This is still during the friendship stage, mind you, during the weird little talking stage. But let's fast forward a year. We're friends again. I hate that word now.
We're fast forward, and we wanted to hear that travesty.
Well, I'm saying we ended up patching things up. She hits me up like a week or two later. We talk it out. Okay, we're friends again.
Just friends.
Just friends. And at that point,
y'all had this conversation in that talking it out.
We had that talking it out conversation, and I was okay that we were friends because I buried, because she used the words "I'm uncomfortable" and I was not trying to make her uncomfortable. That killed it for me. I didn't look at her any kind of way from that night forward. You said those trigger words. Now maybe she could have been uncomfortable. I apologize for that. But as it stands, if I make you uncomfortable, I won't do that shit no more. I promise you. So let's fast forward a year.
But that's kind of like taking the blame off of yourself because you took too long to engage in what she initially offered.
And I understand that, but at the time, I was not seeing it like that. There was no way that I was going to be the underdog in this. Or no, there was no way that I was going to be the fault in this one.
So you're not scared of rejection. You're terrified.
I guess you could say terrified is a word.
Yeah. She gave you opportunities. She gave you 3 opportunities. Well, she actually gave you 2. By the 3rd one, she was already done.
Right.
You know, you had 2 chances to seal the deal, and you did not.
And what I find interesting is in life, when you grow and you learn how small your chances actually are. You only get about almost -1, but really 1 chance, maybe 2. And if you don't, a chance with like, when a woman like, I guess, opens that door for you, or you're able to convince her to open the door, you have 10 seconds maybe to walk through it.
You feel like you should chase women?
I have before, and it didn't work out too well. It worked and then it didn't work. So with the whole chasing thing, I believe in mutual attraction. I believe
mutual interest.
A mutual interest. I believe if I come to you and say how I feel about you on day 1, screw the friendship stuff. If I come to you as a man to a woman and say, hey, I'm interested, I want to see where this goes, I want to see how you feel, or no, I'm interested, right?
Right.
And if she doesn't reciprocate that energy, she told you 2 things. She's not interested, and unfortunately, she may have unknowingly told you, let's just be friends. And some women verbally tell you, let's just be friends.
You don't have to take that, though.
Okay, so on. You're right. And for me, it's taken me a while to understand that if women do not owe us a relationship or a date,
nobody owes you anything.
Exactly. So let's flip that. We do not owe you friendship. And let's take it further. Women can give men, I call it from a cruise we're on, ice cream. Women can give a man ice cream, right? But
what's ice cream?
Ice cream is sex.
Oh. Okay.
Ice cream is sex. So women can give a man ice cream. He's not entitled to give her a relationship. I know that's a bit harsh. I know that's a bit controversial, but a lot of people think
that shouldn't be controversial at all.
It actually shouldn't. So, and this is any era, this is any age group. I'm about to be 27, and especially here in Atlanta, the dating scene to me personally sucks. I haven't been out there like that, but from what I've seen and heard and went through myself, it's not been too good.
Does the dating scene suck or your approach?
I'm petty. I'm saying both. I'll accept my wrongs. I'll accept my screw ups. But at the end of the day, how I truly feel, both. My approach sucks, which it will get better, but also the dating scene in itself, it's not catered to guys like me.
Let me ask you this. So with you dating,
okay,
and meeting women,
okay,
is it friendship you're actually looking for? You're out here looking for platonic friendships with women?
Not anymore. Not anymore.
Were you ever just looking for that?
No, I just didn't understand. I didn't understand what I was really looking for until let's take it back a couple years for a couple seconds. This one girl, loudmouth girl in college, she called me out on something. She said, Tirique, I see you talking to all these girls. This and they're like, what are you doing? Like, you know damn well you don't want to be friends with them, but that's how you're coming off. And it's funny because she basically told me I had no game, which I actually didn't, but you know.
You don't even have an Atari, sir.
And I laughed because I was like, what do you mean? And I guess at the time, I legit did not understand that I did not want to be friends with all these women. All these women from high school to early college to college. And now I'm asking myself, what the hell was I really doing? But
how'd you not understand that you did not want just friendship? You knew what you wanted when you walked up to them. You knew you thought you found them attractive. So how do you not know what you want?
Lack of confidence.
So you knew what you wanted, you just didn't have the balls to say, hey.
At all. And nor did I want to hear the word no.
Now that's something. So with you having all of these platonic friendships with women,
right?
You never honestly went after that.
No.
That's just something that happened.
Right.
In the process of you getting to know them, or even from start, you might have said some things that alluded to the fact that you just wanted to be friends.
Right.
Well, not fact.
Right.
Just that's what you, in their mind, that's all you wanted. Because you were just a cool guy having conversation.
Right.
There was never no compliments initially.
Right.
There was no initial compliments. There are no, hey, you know, what you want to do this weekend? There was none of that. There was none of that. None of that, what's the word I'm looking for? None of that, I wanted to just be me and you on a date. It was always like a group thing.
Yeah. It was either a group thing or
we just end up at the same place and we say what's up.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And it's for the longest time. I when I say I was blind, I had no motives. I had no ideas. And then it kind of hit me. And this was through talking to you to help me understand. Like, I will always and have always had good intentions, but intentions in a way of, now I understand that if a man hits a woman up in her DMs, he doesn't want to be friends with her. Period.
If a man approaches a woman or starts a conversation with a woman, do you think that's ever his intentions? Unless he finds out something about her that he know he can't have a relationship with her.
I think it depends on the environment.
Well, okay, I said what I meant.
Yeah. But
I have a romantic relationship with her and then it adjusted to just platonic friends.
I think it depends on the environment, because with school, you might become cool with someone because y'all have the same major and y'all have the same classes. At work, it's a little more delicate because the word uncomfortable comes up. The whole that's a whole nother level, because at work they say you do not shit where you eat. That's why there are no restaurants called the bathroom.
Ew.
Yeah, I thought I thought that was kind of cool when I heard it. It was so smooth when I heard it, so I kept it.
So many 1 stars on Yelp.
Yeah. I kept that one. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use that from now on, every once in a blue moon, and this was perfect for it. But you know, at work, you gotta be a little bit more delicate. Even though at work everybody's screwing everybody, but I think it also depends on the kind of person that you are. I was never the person to go for it. Barely shot, barely made it in. So it depends on the person. But naturally, now I have an understanding that say how you feel, say what you mean. If they're not reciprocating it, move on.
Right. No relationship survives without reciprocity. None.
And what is the definition of reciprocity?
Me do for you, you do for me. I show interest in you, you show interest in me. I show effort, you show effort. It's the yin and the yang. Like it's constantly exchanging energy in this relationship.
Okay, and so I think I had to come to a realization. The word friend is so used and now it's abused to whereas now the older I get, I have a lot of acquaintances. They're different though. The word friend to me is a little deep, but acquaintances is at the edge of the cliff. Friendship is over the cliff. Like, hey, we in this, we falling together. If you down, I'm there for you. If I'm down, you're there for me, type thing. And I think that word is abused because now, let's go back to the whole Facebook and Instagram thing. If I add you on Facebook, we're automatically friends. No, we're not. You just get to see my statuses. You get to laugh at my posts and see my pictures. And on Instagram, we're not friends. We're following each other.
Nah, Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram. One of them, the same thing. Snapchat's a whole another story. I call that the cheaters app, but I won't expose anybody or myself.
No, you got to be in a relationship to cheat.
Oh no, of course, but
Well,
you also,
in my opinion, you have to be married to cheat. You
okay,
can't cheat on your friends.
that's fair. That's okay. That's a whole nother. It's a whole nother story.
So with men and women being just friends,
Right.
Can you honestly and we don't speak for every man.
Right.
You guys let us know what y'all think. Like, share, comment. Y'all chime in on this conversation. Can a man and a woman be just friends? Only. In my opinion, no.
Okay.
I don't think any man ever approached a woman and said, hey, I want to just go to the mall with you and talk about man problems in your period. I don't want to just have conversations about just stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw you across the room or when I saw you at the gas station and I started checking you out, I'm not saying, hey, she looks like a good friend. She's so awesome. She's so smart. I want to be her friend. Like, no man says that in his head when he approaches her.
And so where I level with that statement, I agree with everything that was just said, but then I challenge it, and it's not challenging it to say you're wrong. It's challenging it to say, what if you are both two single people and you're friends, and it's what I say convenient as, one could say filling up each other's time because you're bored, but then that kind of levels into why can't we be more if we're filling up each other's time? Because you don't want to waste time nowadays.
Perfect example is what you experience.
Yes.
Eventually, somebody gonna like somebody, or the thought is gonna come up that we spending all this time together, so why not?
Yes. And
you're never gonna be happy with that.
Right. So to me, I can and I have female friends, and I mean this number very small, maybe two, the maximum that I truly could sit down and be happy that nothing happens, have no thoughts, no aspirations, no feelings for, and I'm okay with that personally.
But initially, you didn't want that from them. Initially, you wanted more.
With most of them, yes. One or two, absolutely not.
You never wanted anything from them.
There is one friend on the face of this earth that I can tell you I had zero feelings for, no aspirations, no care for. We just legit became friends.
I call them cousins and sisters.
So honestly,
and mothers.
She's not blood, but she could be a sister or a cousin because I just did not. I didn't like her like that. I just didn't.
I think in some situations when you're involved with somebody, I'm involved with somebody, and there's zero chances of either of us cheating on these people, that we form a relationship where it's just, it's all right. You know what I mean? It's all right that we're not even looking or thinking about doing that with each other. And that doesn't necessarily, to me, make us friends.
Okay.
That means that we have an understanding and we're cool when we see each other. But I'm not texting you all day. I'm not calling you all day. You know what I mean? You can invite me to your anniversary parties and weddings and stuff like that. That's cool. We can, you can tell me, hey, you want to go to church? All right.
Church.
You want to check out this movie with us? You want to do a double date with me and my significant other?
Right.
Okay, I get that.
Right. So let me dig a little deeper into that, because, and I'm with that, but through what I've seen and experienced, I've seen a lot of infidelity, and hell, I've been involved in infidelity in the way of the word friends, a man and woman being friends. What's up?
You're not going to just skip past that. Give us something juicy. So you involved in infidelity, which means what you did? Mess with somebody that was involved, married?
I've messed with someone on more than one occasion, or I've messed with more than one person on occasion with someone that was involved with someone and married.
Oh, you whore.
I could be one. But... And I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it because I need people to understand that this is the real world that we live in. When women get bored, when some of them are married, they hit up their ex. They check on them to see how they're doing because they're just curious and they want to play the nostalgia game. They want to open up that clamshell cassette tape of whatever Disney movie they have just to look at it, knowing they can watch that shit on TV with their husband. But no, they want to backtrack. So
Disney movie, huh?
Disney movie, yeah, I went there. Disney movie. It's something that we all can relate to. Something that we all have. Everybody got Aladdin and Lion King in their chessboard or chest somewhere in their house.
Well, I'll tell you something that even with that, okay. I get that.
Yeah.
Something I probably told you before. I'm sure I told you before.
Right.
A story about my experience. I used to feel my chest used to be sticking out. Like every woman I ever dealt with always came back. Always tried to check on me, and I was just feeling myself. And one day I was talking to a pastor friend of mine, older guy. He's been very important in my life. So I started telling him like, yo, I don't know what to do. It's kind of hard, trying to be on the straight and narrow when every woman I've ever dealt with always seems to find their way back in my life. And
God forbid, they might have somebody already, family, kids.
Yeah. I mean, that's life.
Yeah.
Like, things happen. So I was feeling myself on that. And he looks me in my eye and tells me, well, they're not coming back because they want you. They're coming back because you're available.
Yeah.
You have to let that kind of stuff sink in.
That's actually tough because they're telling you, I know you're alone, so therefore I know I can check up on you and make you feel good about yourself to make you think I might miss you.
Well, it wasn't always just checking up on me. It's,
okay.
Let's try to rekindle something.
I
want to see you.
Yeah.
And I want you to know what I got going on, and I want to know what you got going on. That's cool, but a lot of times they're doing it so they can re-enter your life.
But it also sounds like it's convenient and they're bored.
Well, or they just know you're available.
Right. And it kind of...
There's no real interest in that.
It frustrates me because it's like... Sometimes I feel like women have the... What's the right word that I'm looking for? They have the audacity to come back to you. And let's say they ended everything. They get married. They have a kid. They come back to you almost like, well, what's up?
But you might be just a guy on the long list of guys they check on, though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not all the time that they know you're available. They're hoping you're available.
Right.
So they can start before they move on to the next guy.
You can't
feel
feel special. Yeah. So even with that, so I'll explain that real quick. Last week, someone of my past popped up again, and she saw I was doing okay success-wise. I had gotten the career that I had always been going for. When me and her would have pillow talk, I got into the place that she knew I wanted to be in. And we catch up for a little bit. I tell her, first and foremost, I respect your family. You're married. You got a kid. Just bought a house. Cool. I respect that. And she said, likewise, I'm not coming to you on some nostalgia, I miss you type thing. I'm just checking on you because we were friends before things got serious.
That's innocent, bro.
It is innocent, but also with the innocence, I told her this today. I've been in my head since last night. I'm gonna finish the tragedy, the travesty that we were talking about later. But this morning, I ballsed up and I said, you know what? I wish you and your family the best, but actually, talking to you will disturb my peace.
Oh. And
I made a vow that I will not look back. Me being friends with you is looking back. I wish you the best, but I won't be here to talk to you anymore.
That's awesome.
And she said, all right, I appreciate your openness. God bless to you and everything around you. That was closure and that was peace.
Closure. Men need closure now? Once we say it's over, it's over.
I never said it was over. And today I did. Because for the longest, I would never stand up for myself and tell the girl how I really feel. I was able to do that today and be respectful about it. But in my head, you don't get to check up on me and see how I'm doing. I don't care if it's innocent or not. You moved on. You do your thing. I will move on and do mine. You asking me, and this is...
So this. Let me say this.
Talk to me.
With everything that you just said you've experienced trying to be in the friend zone with women, your turn to answer this question.
Okay.
Is it good or can men and women just be just friends? Is that a wise decision for a man to even make? Because now it doesn't sound like, in my original thought, they put you in friend zone.
Right.
But it sounds like sometimes guys put themselves in that.
Agreed. I think if a woman tells a man she just wants to be friends and he accepts it, that's on him and his mental capacity. He has to understand that he has to deal with her problems hearing other men she's sleeping with.
Do you think? Because that's part of the friendship.
Yeah.
You got to hear about other guys.
And that's what I was saying. So I personally have two people that I can think of, I will not name, that I can sit down and listen to them and their problems. But they can also listen to me and my problems. They can listen to what I'm getting into, who I'm getting into, who I'm not getting into, who I want to get into. I think that's okay if you have zero attraction and possibility. But I find myself conflicted because I still agree that man and woman can't be friends. But yet I have female friends. They're both the truth.
But if both of y'all were single, how long would that friendship, platonic friendship, survive?
That I don't know.
Right.
That I don't know. Eventually.
Somebody gonna say, hey,
what's
I
up?
like you.
Yeah. And another thing, something that popped up into my head that I want to address, especially for like dudes, and I probably addressed it before, but it's okay to tell a woman you don't want to be friends if she just paves that road for you and you have feelings for her. Leave it be. And trust me when I say this is something I am still accepting. So I might fumble tomorrow, but best believe if I fumble tomorrow, I'm gonna do my damnedest to make sure it doesn't happen again. I've been in
stop fumbling.
Yeah, I've been in a situation too much to whereas now it's like, okay. I actually recently went on a couple dates with someone, and she tells me she still have feelings for her ex-husband. I said, okay, cool, it's been real, gotta go, bye. I didn't say it like that, but
you should have.
She got mad, but I'm like, look, I don't want to be friends. I hit you up in your DMs on some what's up type thing. Not no, let's be friends if this don't work out type thing. So
that, everything you shared, again, because I'm about to close this segment, pretty much no.
Yeah.
It's not a good decision for a man to be put in the friend zone, whether she put you there or you put yourself there. If initially what you came and approached her with was offering you up and let's see if we can kick it, it's not a good idea. So, guys, let us know what y'all think.
Please do.
And we got trending news.
Trending news.
Trending news. The biggest news of the week. Gucci versus Jeezy. That's more y'all thing right there. You know, those guys are more close to my age.
I made a joke on Facebook. I don't think I've willingly ever listened to a Jeezy song. Have I heard him before? Have I heard him before? Yes, I have. But have I willingly gone on my Spotify to plug in a song by him? Absolutely not. I didn't watch the battle, but I was already Team Gucci because Gucci has more than 10 songs that I like. But that's just me.
I've never heard 10 songs that I ever thought were real songs from Gucci. I always thought he was a junkie. He sounds like somebody that just... If you look at the fans, the real fans of Gucci, they all junkies. Real hardcore fans. I'm not talking about somebody that just like music and they like hearing a jam or a nice beat and they can get it on to that. But I'm talking about like they followed the whole Gucci versus Jeezy beef from 20 years ago. They've taken a side. I'm talking about people that are passionate.
So this is like, it's like Jay-Z, Nas fans kind of thing, right?
Nah, because you got, they fans are kind of similar.
Okay.
But Jeezy fans, to me, in my opinion, they're more of hustlers.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Gucci fans are more so, let's party and get high.
Yeah.
From my...
Gucci's a bit of a more fun artist. I'm going to be honest with you, though. At a club, Jeezy has some hits that you would play, but Gucci's music, you're more likely to get twerked on or possibly get some ass and actually get turned up more with a Gucci song. Jeezy, I put on For My City. That's cute. Everybody gonna ride to that. But there's, I say, maybe 10, if not more, maybe more, maybe less. But there are 10 Gucci songs you play in the club right now. Everybody either gonna start fighting or twerking.
In
Atlanta, because it's Atlanta. But I can't speak for any other city for the two artists. But I thought Gucci was worldwide. But you know, I could be wrong. I'm not in Chicago. I don't know how Chicago fans feel about Gucci. I don't know how LA fans feel about Gucci.
I'm pretty sure he's worldwide. But let us know what y'all thought of that battle. I didn't really watch it because after dude got disrespectful, I was like, you 40 years old at this point.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Seriously? You still trying to get street cred? That's just how I feel. So, there's a lot of trades in the NBA. A lot of trades. Montrezl Harrell to the Lakers. Montrez is an okay player. But everybody's saying that he's going to ensure, with him and Dennis Schroeder, everybody's saying that they're going to get a ring off of this.
You think they are?
No, I don't think it's insured like that.
Okay.
I don't think that's definitely going to be the case with that. There's a lot of other good trades bubbling, but the draft was kind of weak in my opinion. You guys let me know what y'all think about that. I'm excited for basketball still, but in sports in general, it's a lot of nah, man, it's not the same level of competition anymore. Everybody wants to be friends.
I see what you mean. Going back to that word, friends.
Yeah, everybody wants to be friends. Everybody wants to they taking the competitive energy out of sports.
So now, okay, I see what you mean. So I like how you tied that. I like how you said how, everybody's trying to be friends, but it's actually a competition. And if we take it and bring it back to our conversation that we were having, it's one of those things. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. So you got any good movies, Mr. Tirique's critiques? Any movies worth checking out? Anything upcoming?
Upcoming will be, honestly, December. 2 big movies, and those are the only movies that I think I know about that are going to be extremely big. Coming to America was bought by Amazon, so you'll be able to watch that on Prime Video December 18th. Get your popcorn ready, get your family ready, get your wings ready, everything. I'm having it's going to be a whole thing. Christmas Day, you have a choice to go see the Wonder Woman sequel in theaters or at home. I ain't going to lie to you, I love movie theaters, but I've kind of made peace ever since they suspended James Bond into next year. I made peace that I'm not touching another theater until that movie comes out, because that's just my thing.
Oh, you willing to risk COVID?
I'll go in there with 2 masks. I saw a movie during the 2 whole masks. I saw a movie during the pandemic with 2 masks on, so it didn't kill me. I could work a shift with a mask on. That's 12 plus hours, so a 2.5 hour movie won't kill me. But anyway, Wonder Woman will be on HBO Max, or you can leave your home and go to the movie theater. I just bought a sound bar at home, so I'm actually gonna chill at the house.
Yeah. I was blessed with a little early Christmas gift. Yeah, I can go ahead and enjoy. But let me talk in my little old man voice right here. So, I saw that they pushed Coming to America 2 to March now.
Oh no.
Yeah, that hurt my feelings. One thing that I was a little disturbed about is why I put Coming to America on Amazon. And let Amazon, because we could possibly be with all these rushes for the vaccine. We could possibly be back to somewhat of a normalcy in March. Why could they change putting it in the theater? Because I wanted to see it with real Coming to America fans. I didn't really want to see it at my house.
Right. And to answer that, I honestly, when I say I blame the pandemic was going to happen, period. So I don't have the final answer. I just have more of an opinion on it. I think we are moving with what society is moving with. Nobody buys physical copies of movies anymore. Why? Because you can watch it digitally. We have a bunch of streaming apps that now the film industry is making movies for these streaming apps. Specifically, you have streaming services that will pay top dollar for various movies. And now you have A-list stars that are moving around to Netflix. People like The Rock, Leonardo DiCaprio, Melissa McCarthy. They got movies hitting HBO Max and Netflix. They not thinking about, let's hit this in the big theaters. Now, because of the pandemic, I think the pandemic ensured everything's going to go streaming. Because for a second, for maybe 2-3 months, everybody was staying home. We had a whole lockdown. Couldn't get out the house after 9 o'clock. And if you did, you had to have some document from corporate that said you were allowed to be out.
So that $100 thing that AMC doing, is that real?
It's real. People are... Here's the funny part. The movie theaters are still open with maybe 1 or 2 movies that are new, but all the movies that are in the movie theater right now, I own physically. You can pay $5 to see an action movie. You can pay $5 to see John Wick. I own that. I don't need to go out for that.
John Wick, the first one?
The first one, the second one, and the third one. I've seen all 3 in theaters. I don't gotta go see it again in theaters.
And they got them back in theaters now?
They have them back in theaters. I can pull up my phone. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Theaters are struggling. Regal shut down because James Bond got postponed the next year. AMC's probably gonna shut down. If Wonder Woman doesn't make the impact that it should, they're shutting it down, period. Because AMC, they strived off of those big time movies. We missed 5 movies already that would have swept the box office. Maybe more than that.
I would definitely go for hosting Coming to America at the theaters if they're doing, the $99, $150
Yeah.
deal, whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
If they allow you to play that in there, I would rent out a theater for that.
That's a good idea, but as the article I read, Amazon bought that for $130 million. Money talks.
Yeah. But they may let it
Slide.
be hosted in the theater, though. Because Amazon makes movies in theaters that go to theaters, too, right? They have.
They have.
Okay.
But then it was like theater/streaming, so it was like that weird slash.
Right. Because I saw Netflix do it, too. And Hulu's getting into the game, too. But cool. Y'all let us know what you think. Like, share, comment. We're on YouTube. Cut Different. # Cut Different. One word. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, and Amazon. Thank y'all for listening. You could have been doing anything else in the world, but you're here with G.
We appreciate it.
These are my 2 cents. Spend it to save it. All right, y'all. Be blessed.
Be blessed.